Okay, so it's the night before we're supposed to be running 20 miles, and I feel like a lot of people talk about what they eat during their runs, which is obviously going to be gels, electrolytes, water, I don't know, honey stinger gels, waffles, whatever they take, but not a lot of people talk about what they eat before the run, and I'm talking the night before, so that's what this is. Tomorrow morning we're getting up early, we're going to run this 20 miles as if it's the marathon, meaning like marathons start out typically at like 8 in the morning, so I'm going to try and get to the park at 8 in the morning and start our run. It's supposed to be pretty nice, super windy, really bad storms coming later, so I got to get this done early. What we have tonight is a Gino's East frozen pizza. If you want a successful 20-mile run, throw in a frozen pizza. They're super high in carbs, they taste really good, it's really good after you've had a long day at work, and there's really no nutritional value at all, but it'll help you on your run. On top of that, we just made some smoothies. Fruit obviously has a lot of valuable carbohydrates, as they call them nowadays, but also we put some collagen in there, which is really good for your joints, obviously, if you get the right, I think it's type 2 collagen, and that makes up like 40% of your bone as well. So keep in mind, collagen's always really good. Grass-fed whey protein, and then a ton of potassium. Like, I don't know, you take electrolytes and that has 50 milligrams of potassium. Bananas have like 300 to 400, I think, so tons. Definitely good enough. I didn't show the toast with peanut butter and honey that I had, sourdough toast with peanut butter and honey on camera, but I had that when I got home. Might have a snack later. If I do, I'll kind of pop it up here and show whatever that ended up being. But yeah, that's tonight's meal, and then we're going to try and get to bed at a really good time and just knock out this 20-miler. Pre-race fuel starts the night before. It always does. If I don't eat good enough now, it's just, I can just always tell. I never feel the same. And I'll show you what I'm having tomorrow morning coming up here pretty quick, but this meal is potentially the most important. This isn't what every single meal will look like throughout the week just because I'm running. There's a lot of easy runs that I just do fasted. I don't need anything special to go out there and just run. And you should be able to do that too if it's truly an easy run. You don't need all these different substances and powders before you go out there. Just get out there, knock out your easy runs. You can do it fasted. But when it comes to the runs like the one we have tomorrow, which is 20 miles, whole different ball game. So that's why we're really changing things up and loading up on these carbs. Also, 20 miles, that's just 6 away from the marathon. That's crazy. What if we just did the marathon tomorrow? I always think about that throughout the week. I'm like, what if I just knock out the marathon tomorrow? I'm not going to. I feel like the penalty on my body would be not worth it, but that'd be pretty cool to just be like, bam, we did it, 3:30, done. Don't even have to go to Cleveland. But they don't do refunds either, so yeah, we won't do that. Ooh! Ouch. Morning. It is the day we are running 20 miles. So I want to go over a couple things that I'm having this morning before we get out there and run. Obviously I got my coffee. We just had an Americano today. Don't really want to spend a lot of time making something fancy. Plus I don't want to do a latte with milk. It just doesn't set well with me when I run. So just plain coffee. Today we have some banana bread that Sylvia made homemade. And then Chef Dylan back at it again with the recipe you guys should really try. I took oats, I just added water to it. Put some honey in that. Try it, you guys gotta try it, I'm serious. I will say, I typically do not keep track of how many carbs I'm eating. Like I don't track the grams of carbs or calories in the morning. I actually have a pretty hard time eating in the morning. Maybe it's because I had so much the night before, but you could get really scientific and nitty gritty and like know how much you're eating if you want to, but for me it doesn't really matter. Like if I eat food and I'm pretty full, I'm not going to eat an extra 20 grams of carbs just because I think I need to. So I feel like, I don't know, that takes the fun out of running, is when it's like so scientific that you are not listening to your body. You're just doing what you have to do. So obviously it's just for fun. So this is what we're having this morning. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. We had to delay our run by about an hour because of the crappy weather. Got a big rainstorm coming through, but that's supposed to pass pretty quick. And then we got an hour drive to get up there to start our run. All right, we are about 20 minutes away from the park where we're gonna hit our run this morning. I have a banana, I just wanted to let you know that. I just wanted to pick up the camera and tell you that I have this banana. I'm gonna eat it. And it's got a butt ton of potassium, like 300 or 400 milligrams, which is a ton, and that's good. So that's, I mean, there's no way we're getting a cramp today. I'm just gonna say that straight up, okay? It's 20 minutes out, so I feel like this will digest pretty easily and I won't feel full, but I did not eat that piece of banana bread in the kitchen. I like had the orange juice, the oatmeal, my coffee. I just looked at that thing for a couple seconds and I was like, no, package it right back up and I'll have that when I come home. It just, I don't know. I feel like my stomach would be carrying too much weight if I consumed that. You know what I'm saying? So we have this. I have a granola bar packed as well, like a lemon Luna bar, but I don't even know if I'll eat that. I'm probably gonna have to vest up today just because there's nowhere to stop and get water, and I wanted to pack some electrolytes and kind of practice when I take my gels, when I have some water and electrolytes. And so I don't know, I feel like a dork wearing it, but I'm gonna have to vest up. And honestly, you can make fun of me, but I'm running 20 miles. Okay, this isn't some 5K, so this is pretty serious business. So if you happen to see me out there, you know things are getting real. All right, we are laced up and ready to go here. We're rocking the New Balance Fresh Foam 1080s for shoes. And then we got our vest here. I'll show you real quick. I have like 8 or 10 ounces of water and electrolytes in here that I will run with just because there's nowhere to stop and like get anything like that. And then I have 2 gels in here, and then I have 2 gels in my pocket, so 4 gels total. We're going to take a gel every 4 miles, so 4, 8, 12, and 16, and then we'll hit our 20th mile, those last 4, without anything, and then I'll check in with you every 4 miles as I take something. So we're going to get this started here pretty quick, and it's really windy. It's 60 degrees, but the real feels like 49, I think, so a little windy, but that's perfect running conditions. So let's get things rolling here. All right, just hit mile 4. It's really windy out here. I hope you can hear me. We're gonna start off with our first gel here. Strawberry lemonade, a top 3 flavor by Huma Energy Gels. We're gonna get this in here. 100 calories, 21 grams of carbs. And we got our water bottle here with some electrolytes. I'm trying for like 1 or 2 ounces per 3 or 4 miles and just kind of finish 8 to 10 ounces by the end of this. I don't wanna waterlog myself, but taking small drinks as if I would with those little cups you get at the aid station. So knock this out, check in again at 4 miles. All right, the wind is just getting crazy right now. I think we might get a little bit more rain soon, but we just passed mile 8. We're gonna take our second gel, lemons and limes, both of them in 1 gel. Very convenient for me because I like both flavors, anything citrusy. So we're gonna knock out this gel, a little bit more water and electrolytes. You know the drill. Mile 8, we hit in at an 8:54 pace, so I like that. We're gonna try and stick right around 9 for the next couple, and if we're feeling it, the last 4, that last split, we will push a little bit faster, stronger, both. If I'm not feeling it, it's okay. We got a whole nother week of running coming up. There's no reason to get hurt. I don't even know if you can hear me. It's so windy. Anyway, excuse me. What? Just getting absolutely demolished by the rain. It's just pouring down now. Holy cow. I gotta take my vest off anyway. We might take 2 in the car and see if this passes. I think it's just a big rain cloud. Just crossed mile 11. Doing pretty good. All right, taking our last stop here for this gel. We're gonna take this a mile early. I am definitely starting to hit that wall a little bit. I was like, man, I don't know if this is ever gonna come, and it did, definitely, unfortunately. So mile 15, we're gonna take this last gel. I want to take it a little bit early just to see if that helps me kind of get through that as I just get some energy back. We'll get back to the car with like a mile or 2 left. I'll grab 1 drink of water, should be able to finish this out. So the wind is strong, as you can probably hear, which is really helpful, but it's just a lot of going straight, and that is not so fun to do sometimes. So definitely had to take a short little walk break at this one. no shame in that. I'm going a little too fast, so maybe we'll slow it down just a little bit. I always say that and I never do, so let's see how we do. Let's get back to the car for now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finished with our run. That got way tougher than I thought at the end. We ended up getting kind of competitive after mile 16. I kind of looked at my times and I was just like, yeah, it's not in the cards. I was kind of doing some mental math of how much time I would have to make up. And I was like, there's no shame. I mean, it's supposed to just get the miles in. There's no certain time. I'd like to average about 9 minutes per mile. And so I started really running at the end. I saw like a downhill. I was like, if I just go for it here, in these last 2 miles, I could definitely make up some time. So we end up getting 20 miles, 2 hours, 59 minutes, 47 seconds. So we got under 3 hours, which means we got 8 minutes, 59 seconds per mile, which is awesome. That's really great to say. My body is not so happy that I went for it. Squirrel, don't hit him. He might go the other way. I had to run off the side of the road on a trail and pee. I was just dying. I had no choice. I had to go. And after that, I felt amazing. So maybe that's why I just wasn't feeling good for a couple miles, around 14 and 15. And then after that, things just kind of evened out. So that's kind of my strategy. I did that for mile 15 and 18 as far as taking gels every 4 miles and then having some water and electrolytes nearby. So that was nice. I wish I had 2 or 3 more drinks at the end. That would have been really nice, but I don't know. Being so close to the end, I don't think it was a reason I would or wouldn't have gotten it. I think it was just all mental. Just telling myself, you got to get it done. And eventually we did. So that's everything that I ate leading up to that 20-mile run. And now it's over. We got one more stop. And I'm going to conclude this video after we show our post 20-mile run meal. All right, we are back at my sister's house. We picked up our Chipotle. Could not think of a better post-run meal than that. I always do steak, by the way. There's really no point in getting anything else, in my opinion. We got a glass bottle Sprite. I don't know why putting it in a glass bottle makes it that much cooler, but something about ice cold Sprite after a tough run like that, I don't know, it just hits completely different, to be honest with you. Feel good. My legs are a little sore, but it feels good to sit down and grab some food. And then we got an hour trip back home. So that's going to wrap up everything I ate to run 20 miles. Hopefully you guys got a little bit of insight on that. Obviously you can do whatever works for you, but this is kind of something I've been doing that's helped me, and I actually got to utilize this strategy going into a bigger run rather than just my 15 or 16 mile run. I got to test this for 20 miles, and overall I think it felt good. If I changed anything, I would wish I had a little bit more water and electrolytes during the end of the run, but we can always correct that in 2 weeks because we'll be running 22 miles. Like this video if you want to, subscribe if you're not. I can feel a hair somewhere over here. Okay, anyway. Like this video, subscribe if you are not already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. We're...
Banana.
Banana.